you where you mean I'm still breathing. Staring at my thoughts floating up to the ceiling. I'm swimming in everything you said. I'm thinking about jumping in it instead. I got you skinny dipping deep inside my head.
I've already done his brows, so I'm just going to be priming his eyes with the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the color Vanuatu. And I'm also going to be taking the LUXIE 231 Tapered Blending Brush. Really and truly, you can use any kind of eye base. You can use foundation, concealer, an eyeshadow primer, just whatever best suits your needs for your eyeshadow base. And I'm doing this just to kind of cancel out like any discoloration in his eye. That way I could just have a really nice smooth canvas. So now I'm just going to be going in with my RCMA No Color Powder along with my MAC 224 Taper Blending Brush. Now I know nowadays people, they don't really set their eyes with translucent powder anymore. Me personally, I just like doing it because I just get a little paranoid that I'll have some kind of splotchiness if I don't set my eyes. So I just like to take some powder with a nice fluffy brush like the 224 and just tap it against the eye and just start buffing it out in the eye. I feel like I just get like a really nice application with the eyeshadow. So that's how I do it. Next, I'm going to be taking my matte magenta color from the Zulu palette from JUVIA'S, and I'm just going to be putting this color all in his crease and also halfway above his crease. And I'm trying to go for like a dramatic winged out look, so I will be winging this color out. I'm going to be doing that using my 224 brush from MAC number 1 because I love the brush. And secondly, this brush just fits his eye shape perfectly. As you see, he does have deep set eyes, so on the other I'm going to demonstrate a little bit better how I do it. So what I like to do is lift up the eye first and then start buffing out the color. So the reason why I lift up the eyes, because people with deep set eyes, their sockets tend to be a lot deeper, so you can't really see exactly what the brush is doing. And when that happens, there tends to be a little bit more splotchiness than usual. So you want to make sure you lift it up, that way you can see exactly what you're doing and how you're doing it, especially since people with deep set eyes have larger eyes. So it's going to be very noticeable if there is some kind of splotchiness. So now I'm going to go with the color Rosewood by MORPHE. And I first discovered this color when JACLYN Hill came out with her very first palette, like in 2014 or 15. I can't remember, but I love the color so much I had to buy my own single shadow. So I'm going in with that color. And I was originally using the 224 brush, but it was just way too fluffy. So now I'm going in with the M511 brush. And I'm using this brush because it has more of a tapered end, so it's going to fit directly into his crease. And I like the density of this brush, so it's going to pack on the color a lot more than the 224 brush would have. So as you see, I am still lifting up the eye because I want to make sure that the rosewood color is being placed properly into his crease, because like I said, I don't want any kind of splotchiness on his eye with this look. But you can see now that I've added the rosewood, it's starting to deepen it up, it's starting to come together, starting to have life, and I'm also winging that color out. So with the same brush, I'm going to be taking the matte electric purple color from the Zulu palette from JUVIA'S, and I'm going to be focusing this color halfway in his crease and also on his outer V. And I'm just buffing this color out. I'm not going to go above his crease because I want like a really nice gradient effect from pink to dark purple. But as you see, I am taking it outer V halfway in his crease, and then I'm eventually start buffing it out throughout his whole entire crease. And you'll just see me build and build the color. You can just build it to your own liking. I wanted like a really nice intense purple, so I'm just going to keep building the color. Now as you see here, I am starting to build the purple a lot more in the outer V because I'm trying to prep his eye for the darker purple that I want to put in that area. But since I am using like kind of like a medium tone purple, I'm just building it up that way. When I put the darker purple on, it won't be too harsh. It'll be like a really nice gradient effect. And I'm going to be using the color Iffy, I'm not sure. I'm butchering this name like really bad. And this is the darker purple that I was talking about, but I am taking this color and I'm just focusing this right in the outer V. So I end up switching the brush, and I'm using the 239 brush from MAC, and I'm using this brush instead of the other one because this one is like it's a lot more dense than the other one, and I really want the color to be packed on. So I'm using this brush, and I'm using like the top of it to glide against his lash line to create like a really nice winged out effect. And I'm also using this in his crease too, so when I cut out his crease, it's really nice, sharp, and defined. So now I'm taking the 242 brush from MAC, and this probably has to be my favorite brush next to the 224 brush. Like, I'm always using this brush on myself and my clients. But anyways, I'm using this to define the crease along with the, I don't know if I was using the Louise base. I can't remember if I went to go get it or if I'm still using his foundation. But whatever eye base you're using and whatever flat concealer brush that you're using, you want to do this step. Fortunately, with his eye shape, I can just easily cut out his crease. If it was a different eye shape, I'll probably be doing a different technique. But since he does have deep set eyes, I'm just following his crease shape, and that's basically it. It's pretty easy in this part. Going back in with the M511 brush from Morphe, I'm just blending out any of the harsh edges, and I'm also still doing the winging out motion. And since I was blending out the harsh edges, I lost a little bit of color, so going back in with the 239 brush from MAC, and I'm just defining that outer V a little bit more with the darker color. And I'm still gliding along his lash line to still have that nice winged out effect. Next, I'm going to be taking Soda Pop from the JACLYN Hill palette from Morphe, and I'm going to be using the 239 brush again, and I'm just literally going to be tapping, gliding, tapping, and gliding, and then just kind of going back in with the M511 brush to blend out any harsh edges. But I'm going to be doing this for a while just so I can build the color, but make sure it's not too harsh. But yeah. Now I'm going to be taking Faso from the Magic Mini Eyeshadow Palette from JUVIA'S, and this is going to be all over his lid. And I'm using a 239 brush again, and I'm just packing this on and making sure that I'm not going above his crease, just right where I put the eye base. And just to define his lid a little bit more, I'm just going in with the 242 brush with the same color Faso. I do want his crease just a little bit more defined, so I'm going in with this Dose of Color brush that I got in this palette, and I'm just going to define the color just a little bit more, taking the Iffy color. Iffy, I don't know. I feel like the eye look was missing something, so I ended up going in with Kitten Karma, okay. Whew, that's a fucking word. Kitten Karma from STILA, and I packed that all over his eye. Also, I won't be recording a voiceover for the foundation portion, only because I will be going in depth with foundation videos later on in the future. But I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will greatly, greatly appreciate it. So, from now on the video, all you're going to hear is music. Hopefully I don't get motherfucking copyrighted. Let's cross our fingers. Let's hope not. Bitch, not on my fucking first video. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.
I'm still breathing. Staring at my thoughts rolling up to the ceiling. I'm swimming in everything you said. I'm thinking about jumping in it. Instead, I got you skinny dipping deep inside my head.
It's in the way you see, you know what I need. It's in the way that you're though. Thinking about what it'd be like to be yours.
Every time you move, you're looking like you're dancing. I think that you could have it. Everything you do, I wanna do with you. Don't ever wanna miss you. It's no way you touch me. I don't know much about love, but I keep on checking my phone to see when you're home or when you want me to pull up. But one and the same, you got me caught in the day. I love it when you say my name real slow. All my love is yours. I'm telling everything. Said I'm thinking about you, and it said I got you skinny dipping deep inside my head, inside my head. Everything. Said I'm thinking about you, and it said I got you skinny dipping deep inside my head, inside my head. Every time you move, you're looking like you're dancing. I think that you could have it. Everything you do, I wanna do with you, with you, with you, with you, with you. Inside my head, inside my head. Every time you move, you're looking like you're dancing. I think that you could have it.